Please tell me when you're ready.
No, you're saying about Bellwood, how much it is?
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah, 60K a pop for like the 60-day treatment plan. Or I've had a guy go back, a buddy of mine gone back 3 times. I've never been, so I don't have an opinion, but this is not institutional. Bellwood and Homer are institutional. They take your medications, they allocate, you know, and
Yeah.
you're programmed the whole time. Here,
Yeah.
you don't even know what the schedule is. And guys don't like that. Like military guys, like, give me the timings, right? Give me the timings. No, I'm not going to give you the timings.
And that's what you're trying to get rid of.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
That's
the
a comfort
hardest
zone.
part, yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like,
push
you go into
boundaries.
normal society, and I find, like, even with him,
Yeah.
you go into normal society, and unless you're instructed to do something, you don't know how to do it, because your entire time you're serving, they're telling you how to make your bed, they're telling you how to fold your clothes, they're telling you, they're doing your banking for you, and it's like all of a sudden you've got this culture shock of, oh my God, what am I going to do? Right?
Yeah, and you've lost that identity.
Yeah.
Like, holy
Yes,
shit.
exactly.
You know, okay.
So, are you ready?
Yep.
Do you already have it going?
Yeah.
See? You tell he's got PTSD.
No, that's cool. That's
Oh,
cool.
well,
You can
I
have the
said
whole thing done.
Okay, so,
Okay.
here's Scully. I'm from Dolls by Design, and I thought I would come down to Project Trauma Support, and I would tell everybody, yes, I'm looking at you, dear. We have a hard time with this. I came down here because I want people to know where the money's going that we're raising funds for. We're down here in Perth. It's about a 3-hour drive from Oshawa. Beautiful drive. Beautiful if you want to bring your motorcycle down this way.
Oh, yeah.
Project Trauma Support is a program. Maybe let's just first introduce yourself.
Yeah. So I'm Rob Martin. I was in the Army for 34 plus years. I was in the Signal Corps. I started out as a rubberhead. So a rubberhead is a communicator research operator. I was Morse code and Russian linguist targeting the Soviet Union when we had one. And they commissioned me, so when I left the military, after 2 tours in Afghanistan, I had post-traumatic stress disorder. And yeah, I've been on this really cool journey for the past 10 years. Like, it's been 10 years. 10 years ago, I was still in Afghanistan today. So it's pretty cool to be able to sit here and have this opportunity for this discussion.
So when you came into this program,
Yeah.
like, what were you like? So say when you came and then by the time you left.
Yeah.
Like,
So when I came into the program, I'd done a fair bit of programming and treatment. I mean, my perspective is that the chemicals, the medication, and the therapy, the psychotherapy are phase 1. And then you need to go and experience stuff with people who have had a similar injury, right?
yeah.
2 years prior to being on the program, I was standing in the basement at my place in Little Italy in Ottawa with a rope around my neck. So why didn't I step off that chair, you know? Because I'm supposed to be here talking to you guys right now. And I was in reasonable shape coming in, but I got my soul back when I was here. And like Mike, you're going to start this programming, and you're, you know, like, you do some stuff, can praxis or cope, or these are different healing treatments for families, you know, couples, or you do Outward Bound for veterans, and you come off on this high, you know, because you've been in an environment that's been challenging, but it's been an inner journey. And after a while, about 6 months, you think, okay, like, what else is out there? I need something, you know, I need something. And what you're really looking for, what I found is what I'm really looking for is my soul, because you know, these are moral injuries. These aren't just physical injuries that we suffer, or, I mean, it's destroyed the rational part of our minds, and that is the moral injury. How do you get your soul back? Well, at 10:45.
Do you mean by, like, so you've seen so much trauma and everything, you kind of hardened up inside?
Absolutely, absolutely. Like, you're at war. You got a job to do. It doesn't matter if you're seeing what you're seeing or what you're exposed to or how things are going. You just have to shut those emotions down to get your job done.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to have a conversation with your boss and say, oh, geez, you know, boss, I'm really having a tough day.
Yeah.
Suck it up, buttercup.
Cook's got to cook, driver's got to drive, and gunner's got to gun.
And you got a job to do, and you take it seriously for sure. Like, we're very professional.
Yeah.
First responders, I mean, that's who it's for as well.
Yeah.
And we're all professionals, and
Well, you're seeing it over and over and over and over again. And
so what you'll do is you'll push it out of your head,
yeah.
and really it goes into your body. It oozes into your pores, and And then once you push your emotions away, how do you turn them back on again? It's not like you turn a switch, you know, like a light switch. Shut your emotions off, turn your emotions back on. Once you shut them off, how the hell do you get them back?
You become cold, you put up a wall,
Oh.
you lose trust in people.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
And how are you doing? Everybody says, oh, how you doing,
Yeah.
Rob? Doing great.
yeah,
Well, really, Rob, how are you doing? Well, I'm not sure you want to know.
yeah.
Because if I start, you know.
So, what are some of the things they do with you on a, they call them cohorts.
Mhm.
I don't know exactly why they call them cohorts, but.
Well, it's like a group.
A
A group
group?
is a cohort. There's
Okay.
another term for a cohort.
All right. I know you come for 7 days.
Yep.
Right? So what do you, give us an example of what you do in those 7 days.
Well, I can't go into
no,
the
you can't.
magic
No,
of
no,
it, but
yeah.
you know, because that's part of it.
Yeah.
But it's experiential. So you could do some. A lot of the stuff happens out in nature.
Yeah, okay.
You could do some music therapy, or you could do some yoga, some meditation. You'll certainly do physical training. Yeah, which is good, you know,
So
because
you've
some
been-
of us
so
haven't
it's-
done that for a while, and
so
that's
you-
used to, our lives were driven by our
Yeah.
morning PT routine, right?
Yeah,
But you'll reconnect with the people that you form a team. You come in as individuals, and
Yeah.
you leave as a team that will be together for the rest of your lives.
yeah,
So it's really, you build this really beautiful support network through sharing of experiences, and some of the stuff that Dr. Joannou does, like you'll think, well, how could that music therapy do that? But whew, it's subconscious, like it's below your conscious level. Like
Yeah.
you'll react
yeah,
primally, rather than with your head. Your body will react to some of the things
Yeah.
that you do here.
yeah.
So
And
you
it-
mentioned, pardon me, but you mentioned, so start to finish, you know, it's obvious, you know, it makes you feel good, it makes you feel well. How does that wellness continue? You mentioned about an alumni, or
Yeah,
what
sure.
happens with the aftercare?
Well, it's not just the aftercare, but there are post-traumatic, project trauma support peer groups starting up around the country from people who have gone through the program, and they've thought, man, I'm living out in Fort McMurray, Alberta, and I know the first responders out here, and there's a bunch of military, and there's some people that might benefit from this, so I'm going to start a group. And
Yeah.
once a week, you show up and you talk through some of the stuff, but just the daily stuff, you know?
That's the mentorship program, right?
Yeah. And it's not necessarily like when I go to these programs, I'm not, you know, I can have an occasional bad day, but I like to share the
Yeah.
light that I feel radiates now, you know, because I got that from here.
Well, they say
But
that-
you also get you know, what we've lost when we come to this program, or the reason that we come to this program, is we lost our identity, or we've lost our sense of purpose. And there's a thing towards the end of the program that really leads you to be able to come up and out,
Yeah.
to go back into your world with a sense of purpose. And it's really, really powerful. It's just 5.5 days, actually.
Yeah.
Starts on a Sunday and finishes on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
And you come in as an individual, and your body, like, I would do, what would I do? I would do surveys for statistical data, because if we don't gather statistics, we don't get money. You know, that's the way the government works. And I could walk in and I'd see people, and they'd be sitting, you know, like with their backs to the wall, and they'd be quiet, and, you know, one guy's like visibly, you know, trembling.
Yeah.
And I come and I don't see them for the next 5.5 days, and I come back on the Friday afternoon to redo the survey, and they've changed.
Yeah.
Like their visage has lifted, their spirits have been lifted from where they were, and it's so powerful to even see that little piece. But then you get a chance, if you've gone through the program, to come back as a peer mentor,
Yeah.
and it's like, wow, you know, like that's an honor to be able to.
You're continuing to help yourself as you're helping others.
Well, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Which is a great thing to do, right?
It's a working
Well,
model. It's a working model elsewhere that, you know,
Yeah.
paid
Well, I
forward,
like the fact
collaborate.
too-
Give back.
Yeah, I like
How
the
do you
fact
give
too
back?
that positive energy, you're positive, you get back positive.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Well, you give what you get.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so perfect like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you very much for coming down here, and I know you got dinner to go to.
Well, I do. But what I want to say as well
Okay.
is that the money that you are going to contribute is going to help people like me become me, because I wouldn't be able to talk like this if I hadn't gone through this program.
No.
So you know, I wouldn't go anywhere near a camera before this program. And now I've, you know, as soon as I did the program with Dr. Joannou and Dr. Besseman and now Dr. Neufeld and the gang,
Yeah.
I
Get your mojo back.
got my mojo back. Thank you. Absolutely. And I was an older biker. You know, I had an FLSTC Heritage Classic, the white rim tires, the white walls, and my third daughter went to university, and at that point, that's where my Harley went, and not to come back, which is okay. But I do miss her. But
Never say never.
no, never say never. But like the beauty of the program is that it gives you this sense of belonging in the world. Like you get your soul back. 10:45 on the 5th of June, in the middle of a labyrinth, out in the forest, I got my soul back.
Yeah.
And somebody tell me that I didn't, and I'll say, well, prove it.
Oh yeah, there's a labyrinth here, just saying.
Yeah, just say, oh yeah, so I shouldn't give that away, but you can delete that out of it. But
No.
your money is going to an amazing, amazing program that's helping guys heal and giving them a sense of belonging in the world and getting them back to their families, getting them back to
Purpose.
themselves. Purpose.
Yeah.
Purpose, absolutely. So thank
Yeah.
you for that.
Oh, thank you.